Today I'm going to rank all 9 Alien films. Well, 10 Alien projects technically, including Alien Earth. My list will be mostly the same as many people who are sane. But there's going to be a couple key differences, and I think the Alien fan base gets it all wrong when it comes to certain films, especially 2 that I'm going to name. This film has been fundamentally altered since I saw Alien Earth because it's now made me rethink what I consider quality and what I consider dog shit, utter dog shit. So I'm going to rank them all in a tier list. Yes, this is my first, I've done ranking videos before, but this is my first tier list video. And I've never done before, so congrats, you get to see me try and fail miserably with this. Here we go, ranking the Alien franchise movies in order, from God tier, goated tier, till dog shit. I have no idea if you can see me on this. Editor, whoever, micro, you dumbass, I hope you move me into the right places, okay? I'm going to rank them all now, alright? So, we have goated, decent, mid, trash, and the dog shit. I don't even know if all these categories are going to be filled, because some movies are not as terrible as people say, but still. So, I want to get a couple things out of the way. We already know what films are goated. Let's not dilly-dally here, okay? Alien 1 is goated material. Whoever disagrees, you're a psyop. What else can I say? Aliens, where are you at? Where are you at, my friend? You're also here. Now, you can put this as number 1. I like Aliens more. That's my favorite of the 2. But in terms of a pure Alien film, I think nothing gets better than Alien 1. Why can't I fucking change this? Okay, perfect. Those are goated. I think we can all agree on that. I want you to notice something, though. We go from goated to decent. The drop-off in quality from these first 2 OGs to everything else is so high. The drop-off is so steep in quality. That's how shite this franchise went. Regardless, though, everything, the windows between these categories is not as high as the windows between these 2, okay? I want to make that very clear. Now, we have the decent category. Let's go through these. Let's go through these in order of what I have here, okay? I'm not even going to try to do anything here. Alien Covenant. Alien Covenant. I don't know. For Alien Covenant, for me, I enjoy the film, but it's not good, in my opinion. It does ruin the Xenomorph lore a little bit. I think David's character is the best character in the franchise. Unfortunately, David's character does some really sus shit in this film, too. There are weird scenes between him and Walter that make me question why Ridley Scott even made the film. And ultimately, it completely fucks up the timeline a little bit. The film really needed a 3rd movie. That's another thing. That's a big issue with the movie. It needed a 3rd film to complete the story, but it doesn't have it, so it kind of ruins the experience, and a lot of the characters are stupid as fuck. You could say that about a lot of Alien movies, but in this one particularly, the characters are so fucking dumb. It's like Prometheus almost, but Prometheus, I'll talk about Prometheus later, okay? I want to put this in the trash column really, really badly. Really badly. But I might just keep it in mid. Lower tier mid. I'm going to put some other movies in the mid column. There's a lot of stuff that's going to go in the mid column, by the way. Alien Covenant is mid as fuck. Alright? Alien Resurrection. Okay. Here's where things are going to get crazy. Here's a hot take that nobody agrees with except the real ones. Alien Resurrection is not a bad movie. It might be funny as fuck and ridiculous and borderline retarded at times. But Alien Resurrection is actually really fun. It has high rewatchability, which is really important for me, by the way. It somewhat adds to the lore, even though the fucking hybrid at the end is stupid as fuck. The characters are all entertaining. I'm not really bored when I watch the film, unlike some other Alien movies, which I'm going to talk about. I highly rate Alien Resurrection compared to most people. Is it a good film? Meh. Is it a fine film? I think it's a fine film. Is it trash? No. Fuck no. Alien Resurrection, for me, will go in the mid column. Fuck this. It's going above Covenant. A lot of people are about to go crazy. Zaffy, how is this not trash or dog shit? Because it's not. I love Alien Resurrection. Listen, Alien Resurrection is nothing compared to these, or even the decent column. But you have to admit, this is one of those movies that it's so entertaining. And you could say it's so bad it's good, but I don't even think it's that bad. It's just ridiculous. It was so campy compared to the other Alien films that people just didn't understand what this was. And it does do a lot of dumb, unnecessary shit in it, but it's so fun to watch. You can't get your eyes off the screen at times. And it has one of the best chestburster kills ever. It's my favorite chestburster kill in the entire franchise. It's so funny. Alien 3. There are a lot of Alien 3 fans. It developed a cult following. I understand that. I need you to understand this might be the worst movie in the franchise. I know. Don't leave. A lot of people are about to leave. A lot of people will be like, how the fuck can you rate this lower than Alien Resurrection? Because it's bad. It disrespects Alien 2 by killing off Newt and Hicks. It makes Ellen Ripley's character worse. She does really weird shit and uncharacteristic shit in this film that ruins her character. They do nothing with the lore. The xenomorph looks the worst it's ever been. They do this weird prosthetic dog thing that they have to use as a fucking... I don't even know what they did. The xenomorph looks terrible in this at times. It takes place on it has an interesting premise with this planet of prisoners that are bald as fuck and all this stuff, but it does nothing interesting. It does nothing interesting for me. The only thing that Alien 3 does that's okay is the ending when she sacrifices herself and goes into the lava or whatever to kill the queen. I thought that was good, though unfortunately Alien Resurrection retcons that entire thing. But I don't give a fuck, because Alien 3 itself as a movie is bad. I'm gonna put this, you know where I'm putting this? I don't think any movie in here is dog shit. That's the problem. I've kind of ruined this. I added an unnecessary category. Alien 3 is trash. Yeah, get mad, Alien 3 fans. Get mad. That's how mad I was when I watched the film. Get angry. It's the one movie in the franchise that I will never rewatch, because there's no point. It just makes you mad. Especially after watching Aliens. Alien Earth. Okay, I'm going to come back to Alien Earth. This is a tough one. I'm going to come back to Alien Earth. Let's go AVP. You want to know the fun thing about AVP? AVP is another one of those films that's, in my opinion, underrated as shit, and I rate it highly, not because it's an amazing film, but because the rest of the franchise gets so bad that you have to put it, and I get it, it's canon, it's not technically part of the Alien series, but I don't give a fuck. I'm putting it in the decent column. Low tier decent, but yes, it's going in the decent column. You could say, oh, Zappy, how is this second to them? I told you, use your fucking IQs, go to decent. There's a big drop off in quality there. I enjoy AVP. I think it does both the Yaoja and the Xenomorphs really well. It also really establishes the Xenomorph as an ancient species that has existed before man. I really like that, because David and that whole plotline ruined that. And I actually like the idea of Xenomorphs being way older than we know. Sorry. And I think the film is decent as well. Like, it's not a great film by any means. It's very okay. It's very mid, but I liked it. I enjoyed it. Alien vs. Predator Requiem. It has two of the best monsters in the franchise. Wolf, the Predator, the most badass Chad Predator, and the Predillion, the most OP creature in the entire franchise, in my opinion. Scary as fuck. Unfortunately, besides that, the movie sucks. Terrible characters, terrible cinematography and lighting, action scenes that it would be great if you could see them, but my biggest issue is everything around this monster sucks. All the characters suck. It's a slasher film with aliens and predators. That's fine. It's just not really that interesting, besides Wolf and Predillion going at it. I'm sorry. So this should be in the trash column. I'm going to put it in the trash column, but it's above Alien 3 because fuck Alien 3. Prometheus. I got my problems with Prometheus. Dumbass characters and a third act that feels rushed and kind of ruins a lot of the setup. They kill the mystery of the space rockets completely. They show the birth of humanity in the first minute or so. There's a lot of dumb fucking things about it. But you know what I'll say about Prometheus? It has arguably the most smart, best, and ambitious ideas of the franchise. A lot of people hated that. I liked it. And you know why? I like when lore gets expanded on. Whether it kills the mystery or not, I still like it, and I think David might be the best character in the franchise besides Ellen Ripley. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this in the decent column. Above Alien vs. Predator. Yeah. I think it's good. I think Prometheus is a decent watch. I just think there's a lot of stupid things about it. I've grown to appreciate Prometheus more. I can actually rewatch that film quite a bit. The problem is when I'm rewatching it, I know the third act is coming. And I know it just gets disappointing. But you know what, man? You gotta appreciate Prometheus. It'll at least try to do something different. And in this day and age, I need to understand. I need to appreciate that. And that brings us to the other film. I think I'm gonna put Alien Romulus. I might tie them. I'm gonna tie these two movies together. Okay. I know there's a lot of Alien Romulus haters out there who despise the movie. Let me say something about Alien Romulus. I think it's a well-made film. I think it's underrated a bit. I like the third act. I like the fact that they tried to do something different with a new creature, a new hybrid. Even though the physics of the hybrid are OP as fuck. The way it's able to grow so fast. The characters are mid, but I do like Andy and Rain. And it has some good xenomorph sequences. Unfortunately, Alien Romulus doesn't really do anything great. It doesn't do anything special. It's the same shit you've seen, just with a higher budget, done in modern day, and better cinematography and effects, and that's pretty much it. And they link it to the pathogen, which I do appreciate as a pathogen and Prometheus lore fan. But I can't really rate it above Prometheus, because both these films, Prometheus is dumber than it wants to be, but at least tries to be smart. Alien Romulus doesn't try to do any different, but a lot of fans didn't want it to. So it's a really tough balance to manage. I'm going to put them both tied for decent. And you know what? I'm going to put a space between them and AVP. Just so I can show you that there's differences in quality here, okay? Alien Earth. I know a lot of people are laughing at this list, but it needs to be said. Here's the thing about Alien Earth. When I watch stuff like this, I ask myself, can you like go back and rewatch this at any point? And just because you want to, because you loved it that much, or you can appreciate it, or you can find something new to appreciate when you rewatch it again, or it's just so entertaining that you can rewatch it. All three of those things are a big factor to me when judging a movie by its quality and merit, really. And that goes for shows as well. There's some shows I can rewatch. Daredevil Born Again is another Disney property, which is a spin-off or connected to some IP that we've loved, aka the original Daredevil Netflix, and it's not as good. Its quality dampens because of how it has such high moments with some great episodes, and then some episodes were just mid as fuck, mediocre. You can understand that there were multiple writing teams in it, right? Like I can want to go back and rewatch Daredevil Born Again, but then after like the first 2 episodes, I'm like, bro, there's no point. I don't really care to. Alien Earth is the same way for me. Maybe the first 2 episodes I can rewatch, but everything after that, I'm just not really interested. Not at all. And the fact that it was all set up in that finale, and now we're going to wait 3 years before we get a continuation to that setup, I don't know what to say. And as a standalone story, I don't like the idea of Wendy making xenomorphs her pets, personally. There's a way that you could have made them connected to her, but in a very different way than what they did. Better way. I don't like the idea of xenomorphs subservient to anyone but their queen. The queen mother of the Woman in Dark. And if Wendy's a Woman in Dark, I don't know. I wish the characters were better. And I wish the pacing of the show, like there's just something off. It's not really that compelling outside of the alien stuff that's happening. So I think I'm going to put Alien Earth maybe at the top of the mid column. I know a lot of people think this is peak Alien. You're fucking stupid if you think that. I respect everyone's opinions, but respectfully, you're stupid. You cannot say Alien Earth is peak Alien. You have no idea what peak Alien is. Maybe you just like different things. I'm an Alien fan. There are things I like about the Alien franchise, okay? Alien Earth is mid. I wish it was in the decent column. In fact, you could maybe make an argument that it's down here, and a lot of people are about to be mad at the fact that I put it below AVP, but I'm really sorry. Alien Earth is just not that good to me. It just isn't. It doesn't do anything with the lore that I especially like that much. It adds new aliens that are cool, like Teocelis and that plant thing, but that's it. That's it. That's only good enough to be better than Covenant Resurrection in AVPR. In Alien 3, I don't consider an alien film, to be honest. So that is my ranking. I'm really sorry if I disappointed you with this ranking. A lot of you probably lost a lot of respect for me, but respectfully, I don't give a fuck. This is my list. I think you all can agree. I think most people can agree with these 4, maybe. AVP, maybe not. I know everyone's about to go wild off these 2 where I rank them, but I'm just sorry, man. I think Alien Resurrection is a freaking fun film. Alien 3, there's nothing fun about it. AVPR, there could have been fun things about it, but they botched it. Alien Covenant, I don't even know what to say. It's just meh. Alien Earth, it's got its high points, and it's got points that are just mediocre, and there's more mediocre than there is high points. I'm sorry. That's my list, alright? But no one can dispute these 2, I don't think. If you can, I don't know. I wonder which film you think is better than Alien and Alien 2 from the rest of these fucking pieces of shit over here. But regardless, that's my list. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a mission to take over Hollywood. But the army must keep growing. If you want to suggest video topics to me, or talk about your favorite movies or favorite film theories in a community with like-minded individuals, join the Zafy Discord now. Link is in the description and the comment section as well. Join us. this movement is just beginning. We're taking over Hollywood, one coke line at a time.